We're starting with a looped band wrapped around your knees. I've got a long band as well and a cushion, which we'll use at some point. So, with the looped band around your knees, or lie down. I want you to take a moment to find neutral. And for me, it's always a little more arched than I think I should be. It's very easy to fall into a posterior pelvic tilt. So you're just trying to keep your pubic bone and the top of your pelvis, those three bony points, on the same plane. And your feet and knees are hip width apart. And as you breathe out, let the weight of the shoulders relax and fall heavy. And the weight of the ribs fall heavy. And I'd like you to just start by doing a knee drop. With the band around your knees adding resistance, let one knee fall out to the side and breathe in to come back. So continue to change legs. Knee drops, breathing in to come back and change. And trying to avoid any flaring of the ribs and any movement of the pelvis. Depends on the resistance on your band as to how far you can move your leg, but we're just thinking you should be able to feel the opposite oblique abdominal really firing to prevent any movement. We're going to take both knees wide. Breathe in to relax, keeping neutral, both knees press wide. Pelvis is heavy, and with the knee, the band, as I say, still wrapped around your knees, working the outside of your hips against the resistance of the band. Breathing in to relax, breathe out to press. Can you roll and bridge back up? Sorry, not back up, we haven't been up in the bridge yet. We'll roll into a bridge. Hold it for a breath in and roll back down. Slowly curl a little more of your spine for each bridge, getting higher. Hold it for a breath in and one vertebra at a time rolls. Back to neutral. Take a breath at the bottom. Breathe out to curl up. Trying to move segmentally. When you get up to the top height of your bridge, and you could do this with your bottom down if you prefer, we're going to repeat the same, knee drops. So you're letting your knee fall out to the side. I've got my fingertips on my pelvis to check that everything stays still. Knee drops to the side, breathe in to come back. Trying to check there's no movement of the ribs, no movement of the pelvis, a gentle scooping and hollowing in of your tummy. Rolling onto the edge of your foot. Back to neutral. Breathe out to roll down. Take a breath at the bottom. And lifting the pelvic floor as you roll up. That top height, both knees press wide. Breathing in to come back and push the knees wide. So your bottom doesn't lower in height. Pelvis stays still. Think about wrapping around the thigh bones, the glutes working to squeeze wider, your back working incredibly hard to stay up in that bridge. Let's do 3 more. And roll and curl back. Glue your feet and knees together. Take both arms wide to the side of your shoulders. Both knees Drop to one side as you turn the head in the opposite direction and hold it for a breath in. Breathe out as you scoop the tummy in to come back, and both knees roll to the other side. Hold it for a breath. Breathe out as you return. Take a breath in when you get there. Breathe out to come back. So, coming back to the center, we're going to find feet and knees hip width apart. We're going to bridge. We're going to lift your heels and lower your heels. Bring your heels maybe a touch closer to your bottom. Lift and lower your heels. And roll. We're going to lift up in a flat back bridge. Open the knees, close the knees, lift the heels, drop the heels. Open the knees, close the knees, heels up, heels down. Open, close, up, down, open, turn, down. Just do one more of those. And roll down. Can you take a step away with your feet? So you're a longer, lower bridge. Your feet are one step away, and we're going to bridge and just see if we can hold that for 10 seconds. Breathing normally. Just plant your feet into the floor. See if you can, stupid thing to say, relax your hamstrings. You can't relax your hamstrings, they're working incredibly hard, but see if you can focus the work into your bottom and into your back and through your big toe. And roll down. And we're going to take another step further away if you can. So your longer, lower bridge up for 10 seconds. And then we're going to see if we can stay in that lengthened position and bridge up and down for 10. 2. Wonderful, roll down. Grabbing your knees towards you, we're going to put your one foot in your loop band and give it a pull. Hamstring stretch. Change legs. So dropping your loop band, grabbing your long band, we'll pop the long band over one foot. You choose how taut you hold it. Your elbows stay on the floor, and we press the leg straight. So breathe in to come back and breathe out to press the leg straight. So you're doing a sort of single leg press. Your arms are actually providing the end stop, and you're pushing your leg away. So the firmer and tighter you hold the leg, the band, the harder it is on your thigh. So expanding into that. Breathe in to lift the leg, breathe out to lower. You could lift the supporting leg if you want to work harder, probably harder on your hands to hold the band still. Change the leg, foot back on the floor and press. Push the leg away. And then we're going to leave your leg straight and lift it and lower it. You can have your supporting leg if you wish. Lower, lift. One more. Wonderful. So I'm going to loosen my grip on the band and hold my hands towards the floor and do a single leg circle. So again, it's pretty hard on your arms and shoulders trying to keep your hands still. The band is stirring the foot. Change directions. One. For me, this is more about the upper body staying still in the rib cage. 3, 4, 5. Changing legs. Very much a mid-back workout, isn't it? To keep your hands pressing firmly to the floor. 1, 2. Change directions. 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. Using the band to help pull you up to sitting. Sitting nice and tall. Roll and curl backwards. Rolling, holding it for a breath in at the bottom. Breathe out, roll and curl back up. Roll down. Pulling on the band to help you roll up. Sitting nice and tall when you get there. Make your C curve. Take the C curve backwards. Take a breath in and breathe out. Tall. Sit as tall as you possibly can, drawing the chin back, soft knees, and row. And then continue your rows, but one arm and sit tall. So we're not leaning back. We're going to turn as you row. Breathing into return. And we're going to hold the very ends of your band. We're going to roll back. Arms are out to the side. Shoulders dropped away from your ears. And we're going to tap a foot, a hand even, not a foot, to the floor. So you're just going to sway from one side to the other. place your hands together and roll and come up. You sit nice and tall. Arms go wide, roll back. Tap to the side. Scoop the tummy in. Tap. Try to keep the weight reasonably even on both sides of your bottom. Fists together in front of you, curl through your spine. Sitting nice and tall. Both holding the band firmly. We're going to roll to the side. Got a cat in the way. We're going to lie down on your mat and then we're going to roll up, as she says, on the other side. You feel which side of your spine is stiff. Lean, go back the way you came. So lean to the side, weight on one side of your bottom, roll down on one side of your back, center, roll up on the other side of your back, come back to sitting tall, roll back on the left, center, roll it up, and we're going to go back to the side, roll back, up on that side, using the band very much to help you. Last one, rolling to your side, center. One side of my back is not playing games all this morning. Right, with your long bands, I want you to tie them into a knot. And we're going to I'm going to keep my top foot in the band. I'm going to lie on my side. I'm going to place my bottom leg through the loop. So my top leg is on the band. Grab a cushion because it's there. So my bottom knee is hooked around the band. My top leg is in the band. You could put your bottom leg through it. So we bend the knee and straighten. Bend the leg and straighten. So the thigh of my bottom leg is staying really still so that I can use that as a sort of benchmark to press my leg straight. So I'm really working through my bottom, through my thigh to do that leg press, checking that there's no shortening in the waistline. Breathing in to bend and breathing out to straighten. So it's hard work through your whole thigh to press that straight. Can you stay straight and go forward a little and squeeze back a little? So tiny forward and backward straight leg movements. Think about your bottom squeezing to pull the leg behind you. And take a rest. We're going to go on the other side. Same exercise. So your top leg has band around your foot. You've obviously got to give yourself enough slack to be able to straighten your leg. So where you put the knot depends on what's happening. Your leg can go through the band. And we push straight. Breathe in, knee to chest. Breathe out, pushing straight. So bring the knee forward. Now, you want a straight line between your hip and your foot. So you're pushing out and really working to tense your thigh. So your band is only looped around the bottom knee. So the top leg is free to straighten. Keep lengthening your waistline. Really standing into that band. Breathe in to come back. And push straight. Tensing your whole thigh when your leg is straight. Do 2 more. And then with a straight leg, swing it forward a little way, press it back a little way. And really see if you can tense your whole thigh as you press back. Forward. Pulling forward. Pressing back. 2 more. Wonderful. So we'll lie onto your backs and cross your right leg over your left. And let both knees drop to the right. I want you to undo your knot whilst you're doing that stretch. So the weight of your leg, top leg, is providing a stretch to the left side of your thigh, the left side of your waistline. Coming back to the center, cross the left leg over the right, let both knees drop to the left. So with your long band, lift your knees, place the band over both feet. Hold quite close to your feet, so you're in a knee fold, and we're going to rock up into your teaser V, using the band completely to help you. Holding it for a breath in, and breathing out as you rock back. Now you can rest your head, or you can stay in curl up and push up again. So you're trying to use a little momentum, a little help from the band, pushing your feet into the band as you roll. Take a breath in. And breathing out, push the feet away. Hold it, shoulders dropped away from your ears. And those of you that know teaser and are happy to do a straight leg teaser with the band over both feet, you nod the chin, roll up and lift both straight legs. Lower the feet and roll back. So the arms are almost assisting by pulling on the band to lift up, hold it there, and roll down. Breathe out. Bridge. Down. And up. One more. Can you stay balancing on your tailbone? Your feet can go to the floor if they want to, and we're going to row from there. Feet can be on the floor and you can row, so you can choose where you pause. So my elbows are low. I'm going to take my elbows wide. Try not to shrug my shoulders. Try and think upper back. Shoulder blades pulling towards one another. Feet stay still in the space. Last one. sitting, feet together. Tuck the chin, roll and curl forward. Let your arms hang heavy, let your head hang heavy. Knees back. We're going to pop your looped band around your feet and lie onto your side. Have a cushion nearby or a block. So your heels are in line with your bottom. The band is around your knee. And we're doing the oyster with our feet on the floor. Breathing into lower. Breathing out to lift. No rolling back in your pelvis. If you have your hand on your hip, you can just check. I'm always thinking of slightly sending my pelvis forward as my knee lifts to prevent any rolling back. Great. So can you continue lifting both feet? Lower your feet, lift and lower. Resting down. Awesome. Both legs are straight. Whole body is straight. And lift and lower the top leg. 2. 3. 8. Good. Can you leave your top leg up? Can you tap your bottom leg up to meet it? For 8. 3. 5. 7. 8. Good. Our last one on this side is scissors. Avoiding your cat. Don't worry, Rosie. I'll lift my feet higher to ignore you, to stop hitting you. No movement through your spine. Wonderful. Well, drop your feet. Grab your cushion. Bring your knees right up in front of you. And reach your top arm to the ceiling. Rolling your hand. And your hands together. Lifting up. Reach high. We're going to hold this next one. Breathe in. Breathe out, just deflate into it. Together. And we're going to circle your top arm. Reaching your arm right up and overhead. Arm goes up. Reverse the direction. Leave your arms somewhere where you've got a good stretch. Wonderful. Let's change sides. Heel is in line with your bottom. Oyster, lifting and lowering your top knee. Now rolling back in your hips. Check your whole upper body is as straight as you can be. Chest is forward, head is back. Continue lifting both feet and lower. And wonderful. Straightening both legs. Lift and lower. Pelvis is stacked, shoulders are stacked. Then top leg stays up, bottom leg lifts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Both legs are up for scissors. 2, 3. Head is heavy, shoulders relaxed. Brilliant. Both knees are bent. Grab your cushion again. And arm openings, roll it back. Return forward. Soft elbow, soft shoulder. And then we're going to circle your arm, roll forward, reaching up, stir your arm. Reverse the direction. Leave your arms somewhere hanging behind you where you've got a good stretch. We're going to pop the band on your ankles and lie on your tummy. And resting your head. Tap one straight leg to the side and change. So one straight leg is tapping. Pubic bone is dropping to the mat. And as you tap, the pelvis stays still, your back stays in neutral. Tap, return, tap, return. continue to change leg. Then we're going to do both legs. So press both legs wide and back. Both legs wide, return, wide, and back. Two more. Both arms are wide above your head, and we're going to lift the opposite arm and leg. Opposite arm and leg, pressing away. We're going to rest your head against your hands and circle a straight leg. Change legs. Breaststroke swimming. So press the arms low and wide, high above you. And as you come back, I want you to push straight legs wider in the back. Breathe in, lower your nose, relax your leg. Breathe out, stay low and long in your spine. We're not lifting high. Breathe in, lower, release the leg. Breathe out, elbows press back, push your legs wider. Breathe in, lower your nose, press forward. Scoot the tummy in. Breathe in, low. Reach up. Press wide. Breathe out. Lower. Forward. And one more. So we'll come back onto your hands and knees, dropping your hands forward, your hips low. Use my little band to play. My long band over 1 foot. Now you can do this if you want to without the band, if it's a bit of a fiddle. Those are long bands over your foot, your hands are on the floor, you're on your hands and knees. And we're going to press your legs straight in the band. Press straight, breathing in to come back, breathe out, press away, breathe in to return, and push straight. The spine, lift your head. Do it without a band if you're fiddling with it. Breathe in to come back. Correct. Two more. Have your legs straight, up and down with your foot. Lift your head, scoot the tummy in. will change length. Neutral pelvis. Press straight. Breathe into return. Lift your tummy, lift your throat, lift your head, lift your gaze. Pelvic floor engages. Push away and lift and lower. 1, 2, 3. Pull the tummy in. 4, 5, 6. We're going to put the band over your back like a shawl and have it crossed over your shoulder blades. You're going to put your hands on that band and do a cat stretch. Hold it for a breath in and breathe out as you come back to neutral. Tucking your tailbone round your spine, cat stretch. Hold it for a breath. Breathe out as you come back. Thread your arm underneath you, so twist and wring out your spine. And come back. I'm using the band to pull me into a bit more spinal rotation. And twist. And turn. And turn. Rotate. One more to each side, twist. Brilliant. So we we'll come and stand up. And we're going to stand on one end of the band. And I'm going to hold my band against the side on. Lovely. So I'm going to straighten, can't see what I'm doing, straighten my arms. It's a tricep extension, so you bend and straighten. You choose your resistance. Bend and straighten. Hopefully your band is long enough to allow some movement. The tricep extension. Right. Changing arms. Standing on the end of your band. Arm above your head and bend and straighten. Change arms again. Arm is out to the side. We're going to just lift to a horizontal and lower. Now you choose the resistance. I want it to be reasonably challenging. We're not going above shoulder height, but we're just going to sink the shoulder blade down away from your lift. Let's lift. I've got my, if I get my right arm moving, I'll lift my right leg. Might want more resistance to help you balance. So scoop the tummy in and lift. 2 more. That whole oblique chain is working to keep our balance. So changing sides, you choose where you stand on the band to give yourself enough resistance. We're just going to 90 degrees. Helium balloon is pulling your head up, short foot, so all toes are pushing into the floor to work the arch. Your knees are soft. And just think, not about what the arm is doing, but about your center. Lifting your left leg, if the band's in your left hand, I'm going to give myself a bit more resistance to help my balance. Good. Be tall, lift the rib cage up and out of your hips. Standing on the middle of your band, hopefully it's not too long to do some bicep curls. So be tall, the elbows are bending and straightening. Pick your resistance. So continue on one foot. If you don't want to be on one foot because you've got both hands in your band, keep your both feet on the floor. We're going to change legs. Two shoulders back. 4. Now depends on your band and the resistance. We're going to do an upright row. So we're going to lift the elbows higher than your shoulders. Lead with your elbows. Fists are together. Have your elbows high. Make sure your elbows go up. And imagine the shoulder blades sink down away from your ears as the elbows lift higher than your ears. Depends on your band's resistance and whether you can actually use the band to get there. Need a longer band. Tuck your chin and curl forward. And let the arms hang heavy, your head hang heavy. Hold it for a breath in. Breathe out. As you restack, the band will start to gain tension and you're lifting up and away from it. Be nice and tall. Do another roll down. Tuck your chin. Roll and curl forward. Hold it for a breath in. Whatever is good for a stretch for you. Breathe out as you restart. So, can you now just do scooter holding the wall if you're used to doing scooter holding the wall, because the band might be too hard for you to balance. So just forget the band and do normal scooter. We're going to hold your hips and we're going to push the leg away. You choose the resistance. Breathe in. So I'm tipped forward as usual. My weight bearing, please just forget the band if you need to hold the wall because it might be too hard. So tip yourself forward, soften the weight bearing leg. Breathe in to bend your knee. Breathe out to push the leg straight out behind you. We're in a straight line from your head to your foot. So work to lift through the back. One more. The balance exercise. exercise, use all the toes on the floor. Then changing legs, with or without the band, you choose. You're holding your hip. Flat back, hinge forward, push the leg out. Press away. Breathe into bend. Rest. Soft elbow. Breathe in to come back. Go. So we'll grab your ankle, pulling your heel towards the bottom, quad stretch. Change your legs. All as you can through your body. Well done. Thank you for joining in.